It's been almost a week since the finale of the first season of Hazbin Hotel, and it gave many fans a chance to speculate about what might happen in the second season. Since it will most likely air at the end of this year, I came up with some of my own theories and predictions. Please note that some of these theories and predictions are based on my own ideas. Also, if you haven't watched the whole season, beware of spoilers. Hotel New Hazbin. After the Hazbin Hotel was destroyed in the battle with Adam and the Exorcists, it was later restored and improved with the help of Charlie's friends and her father Lucifer Morningstar. The original goal of the old hotel was to redeem sinners to heaven. However, since it turned out that no one, not even heaven, knows how human souls get to heaven, it is unlikely that the new hotel will follow the same idea as the original one. I think that instead of focusing on redemption, the new hotel will focus on improving sinners and try to make them better in general. This will be a difficult task, considering that most of hell is full of pretty terrible people, but I think that Charlie and the hotel will have an influence on the hellish society, especially considering that Lucifer, the king of hell, is now working with her to make hell a better place to live. Sir Pentious in heaven. To everyone's surprise, including mine, Sir Pentious somehow survived after being killed by Adam and was redeemed to heaven. This already has a lot of potential for how it can affect the main storyline. I have two ideas of how this might happen. First, Sir Pentious was the first redeemed soul in heaven, and he was treated like a celebrity among the population of heaven. A contrast to his status in hell, where everyone treated him like a joke. He might even voice his despair about the annual exterminations to the rest of heaven with Emily's help. Second, Sir Pentious's redemption is kept secret from heaven. He is locked up and studied to find out how exactly he was able to be redeemed. I suppose that Emily, of course, would be against this, but can't do anything about it, so Emily will have to find a way to free him and reveal the truth. Lilith betrays her family. Another big shock is that Lilith, Lucifer's wife, lives in heaven and apparently works with Lot against her own daughter, Charlie. Or not. I don't believe that's the case. In the last final scene, Lot mentions the deal she made with Adam, allowing her to stay in heaven. The first thing that comes to mind is that Lilith becomes the main antagonist of the second season. However, thinking a little more, it seems that this is a red herring to confuse the audience. Here's what I think is really going on. Lilith tries to protect the inhabitants of hell from extermination, making them rise up against heaven. Then something happened 7 years ago that made her leave, telling no one about it. I believe it was Adam. I suppose that Adam tried to make Lilith come back with him to heaven, although she initially refused, and there were good reasons for that. Tilly threatened to do something terrible, which I think was supposed to harm or kill Charlie. Not wanting Charlie to get hurt, she reluctantly agrees. Lucifer falls into a deep depression. Charlie's relationship with her father becomes strained, and as a result, the inhabitants of hell become more submissive to extermination. Now that Adam is dead, this gives her a chance to escape and finally reunite with her family. Alistair's endgame. As Vaggie mentioned in the original pilot episode, Alistair is one of the most terrifying and powerful overlords in hell. No one, however, knows how he became so powerful. New evidence in the series shows that Alistair made a deal in the past that gave him great power, but cost him slavery to an unknown puppet master. Whatever the deal was, Alistair clearly wants to get rid of it. In the episode, Hello Rosie, Alistair persuades Charlie to make a deal with him, to tell her about the dead angel that Carmilla Carmine managed to kill. In exchange for this information, she will do him a favor. I suppose that this favor will be to unwittingly help Alistair break the deal he made and free himself. Since Alistair is fully freed from the deal with an unspeakable power, this could turn into big trouble not only for the hotel, but for all of hell. Hazbin's Viz, Vox, Valentino, and Velvet are the main overlords of hell, controlling the media. Despite this, they have not posed a real threat to the Hazbin Hotel so far. However, in the second season, this may change. As the hotel's influence grows, they may start to lose their own influence. This may lead to Viz trying to sabotage or tarnish the reputation of Hazbin, turning the public against them. There may also be a serious conflict with Angel Dust, trying to break his contract with Valentino. Charlie and Husk could try to help him get free. Characters that will appear so far, we have seen the main characters, Charlie, Vaggie, Angel, etc. But there are a few more secondary actors that have not yet appeared. Here are just some of them. Arachnus, Angel's older brother, mad scientist Baxter, and Crimini, a criminal teenage sinner from the early concept of the Hazbin Hotel. I noticed that in the first season, characters like Cherry Bomb and Sir Pentious first appear at the hotel. Maybe this could follow the same trend when more characters appear there. Maybe even some returning characters from the previous season, such as Mimsy, main antagonist of Season 2. And now the big question on everyone's mind, who will be the next main antagonist in the second season? Since I don't believe that Lilith is an antagonist, I don't include her. Lut is another option after Adam, but for me she looks more like a secondary villain than a main one. So who else does that leave? We know that Eve, Adam's second wife after Lilith, exists, as she is mentioned in the first season. Although she has not appeared physically yet, I have another idea for the main antagonist, which could really work well, either Cain or Abel. If you are not familiar with the Bible, Cain and Abel are Adam's firstborns. Cain, who envied his younger brother Abel, kills him and is cursed by God to eternal life. Viv's version of Adam is very different from the biblical version, so it would be interesting to see how she portrays his children. Maybe a twist with Cain being good and Abel being evil. Also, this could work in the biblical sense with the phrase, "The sins of the fathers visit their children." Charlie is in hell for the past sins of her father, and Cain or Abel want to avenge their father's death, which they may blame her for. That's all the theories and predictions I have for the second season of Hazbin Hotel. Let me know what you think and if you have anything of your own.